Hi guys, so today I'll be going through the computer systems and networks for week 10. Sorry about if you the live stream was a bit buggy this week, so I never had a live stream, so this is just a pre-recorded video. So we start off with the skeleton text. Now what we want to do is essentially, we want to have something, if I just go to question 1, array manipulation, that's the wrong code. Yeah, so we're asked a series of questions to essentially print out an array separated by a comma. So that's our question, is that we want to, if I just put that there, hashtag, so essentially we have the skeleton code and we're just adding our own things to it. So over here we have a series of questions to sort of get it started. So so with the first question, let's see what we get. So the first question we have is to see what is the integer to be printed by a0. So right here. So all we're going to do here is we're going to put here, well, what do we need? We need the 0th one, which is going to be the first one, but the 0 index. So all we're going to do is load word, which is what LW stands for. And then we're just going to do load word into a0. So we're going to do comma, dollar a, sorry, not comma, but no, dollar a0, and it's going to be at the 0th index. So 0 bracket, and then where the index is, the address is, which is T1. So dollar T1. Also, please note that there will be also another video complementing this, which will be going through the coursework. And of course, we want to increment the index by 1. So we're just going to do add immediate T0 T0 1, because that is our array index, you can see here. Dollar T0 comma 1. And then the last one is, well, we know that every word starts at, so we're going to do a similar thing to this. Well, not really, but we're going to increment T1 by 4 to get, so that this address here is actually going to be the next one, because remember, multiples, a word can only be addressed start at number 4. So we're going to increment T1 by 4. Start at 4. Or multiples of 4. So incrementing by 4 is like increasing it by a multiple of 4. So all we're going to do here is the same thing as we did with the T0, but for T1. And we're incrementing it by 4. Oh, sorry about that. I think that was all for this question. And essentially we want to add some instructions here to do some sort of processing. So that's what we'll do. Just do it over here. I can't get the indentation right, so just bear with me. So the first thing we want to do is we want to have S0 as less than S1. So we want, so how would we go about doing this? Well, if we set as greater than S1, then it will return sorry, 1 second, let me just take a look if this is the one where we so if we set S0 to be greater than S1, then S1 is equal to S0. We want to skip if S0 is only, so yes, yeah, 1 waffle, 3 fish fingers. I needed to edit that. And so if S1 is greater than, so it can't be, so this is essentially representing this option, set less than S, comma S1, and we want to store that in T0, sorry. So S1, S0. And then what does this one mean? So let's just explain. Sorry. And then we just want to do the same for the other option. So hashtag if. And this just represents the and vice versa. So, and it will obviously return 1 if this condition is met true. So this just represents set less than T0, sorry, comma S0, comma S1. And now the last concept we need to see is when will it go to print checked? Well, it will go to print checked always if we don't have a jump after this. So if no jump here, so this one we'd want to branch it equal to branch equal to to 0 if this is true, and sorry, T0 is not equal to 0, and we would want to go to print checked. But the thing about this is that even if it is equal to 0, because there's no jump here, it will just always go. So then we want to else jump to skip. Now this is actually not one of the options, even though I think it should be. So what we have to do is we have to think about the reverse case, which is okay, so because this thing here is not true, what we have to do is actually think about it and say, let's say if it's equal to 0, you know that the condition is not true, so we just go to skip. So this way we know that if we're having S0 greater than S1 and if S1 is equal to S0, we're just going to go to skip, because if it is true, because we have no jump here, it should go to check. So if this returns true or 1, it will go straight to print checked, and if it's not true, it will just go to skip. That's it for this section. Question. Similarly, we want to do less than or equal to S1. So how would we get that? So now we want here less than equal to S1. Well, essentially we're going to do the reverse of this. We want to essentially, when it's which is going to be like this. So if S0, if return 0 if S0 is greater than or equal to S1. So all we're going to do here is if it's a branch not equal to 0, and we want to go to branch equal to 0, we want to skip, because that's the only time when this is actually not true. So when we just want, so when S0 is greater than S1 is the only time it returns 1, but otherwise it returns true. So we want to go to branch so if it's branch equal to 0, branch not equal to 0, we want to go to skip, because that's the only time when 1 will go to skip. Again, if you've been following the logic, because S0, we get 0 if S1 is greater than S0 and if S1 is equal to S0. So those are the times we get 0, otherwise we'll get 1, which is when S0 is greater than S1. So when we do get that value of 1, we want to go to skip, which is why, again, this is what we would have for the next question, if S0 is greater than or equal to S1. Now let's go to the next question. So the way that we approach this is that if any condition is false, then we want to automatically go to skip. So we'd have the same statement as before, however slightly different. We want S0 to be less than S1, and then if it's equal to 0, we want to go to skip. And then we'll just do the same here, set less than T1, could be T0, I'm not sure. We want to have S1 and S2, and then so if it's 0, all you want to do is skip. Not 0, all you want to do is skip, and that's how you would approach that one, because now we have 2 that are true. Okay, so we're just doing an AND statement here, if you didn't realize, but that's it. Okay, for the next question, what I did was, now we want to have something greater, so we want an OR statement. So essentially it's similar to this, that if either one condition is true, then we want it to go to equal branch to equal print check. So essentially we just reverse it. So we're going to do branch not equal to 0, and we'll go to checked. And then we're just gonna do the same here. This means that if this condition is true, it's going to go to check, and if this condition is true, then this will also go to check. And then obviously we need a J skip pick, just in case it's not correct, in case both conditions are not met, and that should be that. Then hopefully that solved any problems that you guys had with this week 10 quiz. Sorry again if my methods have been a bit strange, but yeah, that's how I would approach these questions. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask me. And yeah, thank you for watching.